TOGO. Let's look at trade. Trade is defined as the exchange of goods and services. This could be within or between one region and another in the same country, or it could be within two regions in different countries. Now, when we have trade between one region and another in the same country, we call it internal trade. Or if we have a case where it is between one country and another, it is termed international trade. Let's see divisions of international trade. We have import trade. Import trade has to do with buying of goods and services from another country into one's own country. And export trade has to do with the selling of goods and services produced in one's country to another country. And international trade has some importance, which we are going to talk about now. One of these importance of international trade is that it fosters international cooperation. Through trading, the two countries involved have their cooperation being fostered. They begin to work hand in hand to see for the benefit of each other, because of the common ground which these two countries have been, or the platform which they have all stood as a result or through trading. Now there is provision of new products. In areas where a particular product is not produced, maybe due to lack of technology and availability of raw materials, due to international trade, such products are being conveyed and sold to those areas. So there is provision of new products in those areas. Now we also have provision of foreign exchange. This could be a means of generating revenue by the government as a result of international trade. There is provision of employment. So many people have gained employment as a result of international trade, maybe through transportation and other avenues which people take advantages of as a result of trading activities or economic activities in these areas. Now there's diffusion of ideas. Ideas are being transferred from one area to the other as a result of trade. Now there is generation of revenue. Governments do generate revenue through international trade, and these are some of the importance of international trade. However, there are factors affecting international trade. One of these factors are differences in natural resources. Now, for international trade to be effective, there must be a difference in natural resources. If not, if every area, if every region has the same result, then there may be no need for international trade, because what you have in your area is what I have in my area. And as such, I'll make use of it, and you to make use of it. So there will be no need to exchange or to produce what I have and then bring to you, because you already have it in your area. So differences in natural resources also affect international trade. In this case, it encourages international trade. Now, there are differences in technology also. There may be availability of a particular natural resource in an area and also available in another area. But with technology being different, and one area may be able to harness these resources to come up with beautiful products, whereas the other area may not be able to do so. As a result, they will also need to carry out international trade to make it available in the other area where the technology is not available. Differences in climate. This also supports production of different types of crops or agricultural products. So, as a result of differences in climate, different products are made available at different places and at different times. So this also enhances international trade. Now, security. Security affects adversely international trade. In an area where there is security challenge, people will not want to go in those places to carry out any business or transaction. So security has hampered international trade in that sense. Now, political consideration. People will always go to areas or regions where the political policies running in those areas are favorable. There is also favorable market as a factor affecting international trade. Now, if there's a favorable market, a ready market to buy the products which is being produced in one area, this will encourage international trade. But if there is no such market, people will not waste their monies and time to transport or to move goods produced in their regions to another region because there will be nobody to buy them. So this also affects international trade. Now let's look at the reasons for the high volume of trade between Nigeria and developed countries. Why do we have a large volume, of trade between Nigeria and developed countries? One reason is that there is non-similarity in products. Most of the products they have are not what we have, and as a result, these will lead to demand for what they have. And there is high level of technology also as a reason. The advancement in technology in developed countries will aid in the production of certain goods or certain products, which in turn will be so needful or so necessary for us here, and as such, there will be that platform for international trade or trade between Nigeria and these developed countries. Also in Nigeria, there is preference for imported goods. Because of this, there is high volume of trade between Nigeria and developed countries because we depend so much and prefer imported goods to locally made goods in Nigeria. Also, differences in climate has also resulted to the high volume of trade between Nigeria and developed countries. Nigeria also has a favorable market for the products that are produced in the goods produced in developed countries, and as a result, we have high volume of trade between Nigeria and the developed countries. Okay, tourism in Nigeria. What do we mean by tourism? Tourism is a practice which involves the visiting of people to places of interest where they can derive pleasure, entertainment, and they can also relax. Now, the places where such people visit are called tourist sites or tourist centers. At times they can also be called resort centers. While the person who visits these places is called a tourist. There are factors favoring or favorable for tourism. These factors include: 1. Favorable climate. When the climate in an area is favorable, such that it's not harsh, this will tend to encourage or enhance tourist activities in these areas. Now we have fine beaches, like what we have in Lagos, the Lekki Beach, Ibuna Beach, and the rest. These are all factors encouraging tourism in an area. Presence of wildlife, effective publicity. There may be a very wonderful attraction in an area, but because of lack of publicity, people may not know that this attraction or this particular thing is found in this area. So factors favoring or favorable for tourism, one of them is effective publicity, making known what you have in an area. Beautiful scenery is also another factor. Good transportation and communication network. We may know that there is something in this area, but if that area is not accessible, there is no good transportation network, how do we access the place? How do we get there? So that's another factor affecting or that is favorable for tourism. Now, political stability, good security, cultural heritage, presence of historic sites, and presence of standard hotels in an area are factors that are favorable for tourism. Major tourist centers in Nigeria. We have so many tourist centers in Nigeria. We're just going to mention just few, and we just look at their locations and we continue. One of the tourist centers in Nigeria is the Azumini Blue River or Blue River Rose in Abia State. One very important or one very fascinating feature of this tourist center is the crystal blue, crystal clear blue water which it has, and the sandy beaches, canoe rides, etc. in the area. We also have the Ibno Beach. And Ibno Beach is located in Akwa Ibom State. We have the Ankara National Park in Bauchi State. It has varieties of animals like baboons, hippopotamus, etc., which are available for viewing, for watching all through the year.